Alright, this is going to be a video of this 52-inch Halsey brand ceiling fan I got at the Habitat Restore. I got it because I volunteer there, and what I do for them is refurbish ceiling fans they receive a donation and make them more sellable than how they originally came in. Anyways, this is definitely one of the more unusual Halsey fans I've worked with for several reasons. For one thing, there is absolutely no identification of a brand anywhere on it, because unlike most fans, there's no stickers or anything on top of the motor housing. The only reason I'm guessing it's a Halsey is because of the motor and screws and hardware. Another thing is it's only single capacitor, which is quite odd. I find that seems to be a trend maybe on Halsey's economy fans. This definitely does not appear to be one of them though, because metal parts are quite thick and it has a rather large motor in it. Without any further ado, I'll demonstrate it and start the light kit. This does work, and I'm using 4 60-watt equivalent energy-saving compact fluorescent bulbs in there. Turn that off. Now show the fan running, and I'll begin with the high speed. And because it's single capacitor, it does have a loud startup hum to it. Once it gets going, it does quiet down. And RPM wise, this is probably gonna go maybe 215. It is actually a really powerful fan. Pushes a lot of air, especially after I pitch the blades a little bit more, just to get maximal performance out of it. Could undoubtedly cool a large room with no problem. It's actually quite a smooth running fan. It has pretty good bearings, especially after I oil them. I'm gonna go to medium now. This probably goes maybe 170 RPM. And now for low speed, which will show with fan and light on at the same time. This probably spins at maybe 65 RPM. Turn everything off, slow the blades down, and I'm going to talk about some general information on it. The globes you see on here are actually not original. They're geometric style ones that I put on later. What I had previously was just 4 tulip shades, but I decided to go with these. I actually like the look of both, but personally I do prefer these. I probably will be using them from another fan though, so most likely the tulip shades are going to end up back on here. I'm going to talk about pros and cons now. I really like the fact that this is actually a very well constructed fan. All the metal parts are really thick and has a large motor like I mentioned previously. It's also very well performing. Even though it does have a startup hum, it actually is quite quiet when it speeds up. And overall, it actually just seems to be a premium fan, even though, like I mentioned, it is a single capacitor only, which is kind of unusual for Halsey's more expensive models. Another thing I like is the fact that it has reversible blades, even though the cane is not my favorite because it's the cheap vinyl crappy kind. It's not the natural stuff, which is always the best. It still is an option if you like that kind of thing. And not to mention, it does have this nice sideband, and even though that's common, not every fan has that. What I don't like, however, is there are some tarnished spots on the canopy, and also the ball is quite scratched up, as you can see there. I don't know how well it comes out on camera, but you could probably kind of tell there. And also, it is a down raw mount only with its current canopy. However, if you do have another one, it actually could be flush mounted. Overall, I'd probably have to give this fan 4 out of 5 stars. Even though it's not necessarily the most exciting looking fan, you know, it's pretty standard. It is definitely high quality, more so than even your standard Halsey fan. So it's definitely a step up from the average just 80s builder fan. Anyway guys, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the video, and there's lots more to come.